Good evening, traders. We're back again for our preview for the new week, which will be the last week this August. We had quite a wonderful week last week where we saw some explosive moves in gold and the GBP pairs. Now, without further ado, let's dive into where the big money will lie in this week and look for how to take advantage of the moves. We're starting first with the GBP pairs. So we're starting with GBP USD US dollar, and we're on the weekly now. And from what we have here, we're still in a bearish bias based on weekly, but our retracement has moved quite deep to the broken support. It's still some pips short of the broken support. That's at 1.23730. So basically, based on price action, we still expect that move to get to that point and retrace back downwards for one more move downwards. But basically, what we've been having is a retracement for 2 weeks running now. And what do we need to do here? How do we make use of the move for profits? Let's go down to the daily and zoom in to know what to do. On the daily, we've broken resistance at 1.2161. We've broken and closed above it. So basically what I expect is a retracement to retest the resistance, which has turned to a support now, and a move up higher. We have something that looks like a head and shoulders pattern that I just completed here on the daily. So I expect a move downwards and excuse me, moving back to retest this broken support. Now, where do we take our action from? Our action point will be to wait for that move downward, or we can place a sell stop, a 10 pips sell stop below the low of the last 4-hour candle on Friday. Our target will be 1.2200, and we'll begin to expect reversals around there to continue for upward continuation around there. Yes, 1.2200 for upward continuation. So basically, place a sell stop here. We'll ride the market down a bit and begin to look for areas of reversal. Look for reversal candles around this area. If we don't get that 1.2200, in fact we expect one at 1.2230, another at 1.2200, and our last point will be around 1.2190. Any of these areas are areas that can send us going upwards. Excuse me. That's for GBUSD. Now let's go back. Let's go move on. Let's go to the GBP JPY. Yeah, what we will have here. Now we have somewhat like a spinning top on the weekly. Price has retested broken support at 130.779. The new week might retest, looks likely to retest the highs at 130.779. The close is at 129.438. So that's what it looks like on price action. Let's zoom in to get a clearer picture. Yeah. Now we have somewhat like a head and shoulders pattern that has closed here. So that's on one hand, price has closed above the head and shoulders pattern. So we expect a move that would take us about up to about 300 pips. A move that will take us up to about 300 pips. Yeah, above from this point, from where it is now, 300 pips upward. Our close is at 129.438. So we're 300 pips. We're looking about hitting 132.30 thereabout. About this point, about the upward Bollinger Band. Now, going by price action also, price has closed above the midpoint of the Bollinger, a full bullish, and the retracement of that move didn't close below where it started from. So it still corroborates our strategy of entering long, going upwards to 132.30, which is the top of the Bollinger Band, which is also a retracement of broken support. Now, where do we enter from? Good. We can place a buy stop 10 pips above the close. Already that has formed a doji. So 10 pips above it. Once we hit that 10 pips above, our target first of all will be 130.70. First of all, I believe there will be a retracement and we'll still go upward. But once it closes above this resistance at 130.779, we'll just have small retracements and still head higher. But from what we have here, I expect that move up from here. So our entry will be a 10 pip stop above the high of the last 4 hour candle on Friday. The high is around 129.548. So we can put our buy stop at 129.65 and aim higher. 100 pips. Wait for retracement. But basically, as the week progresses, we'll be giving updates. But I see this heading higher. This is a head and shoulders pattern, which is now valid because it's a close above this resistance line here. Now the next is GBP CHF. What do you have on the weekly? On the weekly, looks like that on the GBP JPY. It has retested the broken support and looks like a spinning top here on weekly. But based on these shadows, the week's upward, I expect a retest of the week, the upward week. But let's just look at let's zoom in to know. All right, we have almost about the same thing here. on the daily. They close above the midpoint, so we expect roughly a move upwards. It seems to have done that retracement, but another thing is price has closed above a resistance, and the retracement didn't close below that full candle, the full body candle showing us bullish momentum upward. So I still expect more another move upward to 1.2250. 1.2250. Let's see where you enter from. We'll engage the same, placing the 10 pips buy stop above Friday's last 4-hour candle, and the high is at around 1.1982. So we can place our buy stop at 1.19939495, somewhere in that region, and aim for the top first of all for a retest of these highs here. I believe strongly we'll close above it, but we can take profits around here, around 1.2050. Wait for a retracement downwards and continue upwards. That will be for GBVJPY. We'll still give updates as the week progresses. GBP card will be our next port of call. Top down analysis, we go from the weekly again. We have a bullish close retesting the broken support, and from the way the candle has closed, I still expect an upward move. It looks likely to break this high, this resistance at 1.6329. Price just closed quite close to the high, price quite close to the resistance point, and we have less weeks to the top than to the bottom. So it means telling us buyers still have some force trying to break this. So I think what we'll expect is a retracement and continuation upward. So what do we do? How do we enter this? Basically on this, I still expect a small retracement downward before we continue upward. So we can still place our, let's zoom in a bit. I think we can place a buy stop above this, above the high of as in Friday's high. Well, let's zoom in to get a more detailed structure. All right, well, based on price movement on Friday, based on 4 hours, the retracement should take us as low as that will be around we could see a retracement that takes us to 1.62160. Since we have about 100 pips from where price closed, we can place a sell stop below the 4-hour candle of Friday and allow price to drop to the most recent broken resistance around 1.62305 before aiming higher. So where we enter from is we just sell to this point and watch for reversals around this point. But of course, we'll be having updates as the week progresses. We'll be having updates as the week progresses. So we're looking forward to retracement down to 16230 maximum. Then we'll continue upwards. as in we'll be retesting broken resistance, which has turned support now. Except price breaks through it, then will go downwards. But what we expect is a retracement and continuation upwards. And our continuation upwards should be in the range of somewhat in the range of about 200 pips upwards from this point. Let's go to the GBP AUD pair. Now let's start from weekly. Look at weekly. We have a very bullish candle that has retested this week. Like I predicted 2 weeks ago, I was expecting a retest of this week. It took 2 weeks for us to retest this week. Now what we expect is a retracement back to 8040. Then we'll continue upwards towards 182 18280 for this week. We retrace this and head back up there. Now let's see how to take advantage of the move. Already we could still set a buy stop around here. But since we know we expect a retracement of this week, price has left a week here. So I expect a retracement of this week before we continue upwards. Now 4 hours, good. We can place a sell stop below the last 4-hour candle of Friday. The low there is around 81696. We can place our sell stop at 8158 or 57 and anticipate a move down to 8055 or at most hitting this broken resistance that's done support at 8040. So we can safely take our profits 100 pips from where we enter at 8055 or 58. That will be for GBP AUD. GBP New Zealand. What do we have here? Let's look at it from the weekly. Weekly, what do we have? Same move. We've retested and broken this week here. We retested and broken. So what we expect is a retracement back to the top of this week around 9058, and we'll continue upwards up to 9335. Based on weekly, let's see what's on daily. Daily is still showing that same. We have a week left here, and a hammer at this point showing us there's going to be a reversal. So what we expect, we're trying to trade only the retest of the week. And let's zoom in. Zooming in. Zooming in, what do we have? We take a low below, a sell stop below 91815 at 9170 and aim for the broken resistance around 9100 before heading higher. So we enter from here at this point for the retracement, and as the week progresses, we will update. But our target for the week is 1.93030. That's for the GBP pairs. Now, looking at gold, what has gold done so far? I'm an electrician, and it's in a range, quite alright, yeah. Let's look at it from the weekly point of view. From the weekly, we've closed bullish, which was a retest of the top wick here. So we expect a retracement before continuing higher. On daily, what do we have? We have a full body, a bullish engulfing candle as engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 candles. So telling us there's a resumption in bullish momentum, but we expect a retracement. Our retracement will come down to, I expect a retracement down to 1508. Yes, I already drew a fib around here, and I'm expecting it to come in at 1507 thereabout, but we can place a sell stop, a 10 pip sell stop around here. 10 pip stop, we can place a sell stop at 1524 and aim for 1510. Just leave some money on the table, 1510, including our spread, before we begin to aim higher. We look for reversal around these points, around 1511 to 1506. The reversal here upward. That's for gold. Also, what we intend to do, our entry will be placing a self stop. Like I said, I will go down here to watch for reversals around here for a continuation upwards. But first of all, this is what market wants to do now. So sell up to this point and hold on. We'll give updates as the week progresses. So what the market does around here to know if we continue upwards. But most likely, I think we'll be heading upwards, especially based on what the weekly has done. Expect a pullback, which I'm looking at there, and a confirmation upwards this week. Now let's look at the euro pairs. The euro is still showing us a reversal here, reverse up here, came down back to retest this place, and I was close bullish again. So most likely I expect a continuation higher to 1.125, and most likely beyond it. It has the potential to go up, way up, way up into 1.130. But for now, the close is at 1.1137. So let's just look at what we do. Zoom in to see what it has for us. I expect a pullback and continuation upward. It has closed above these recent highs that formed the resistance, and has closed as a bullish candle. So we expect a retracement back to 1.11, let's say 15, about there. So our entry will be after the retest of this point. Let's go zoom in. Good. And the same thing is showing us here. There's a wonderful doji here on 4 hour. So it will sell down to this point. Around here, expect our retracement around here. I will buy up. That's what we look out for. Retracement back here. And from here we go long. We'll be heading towards our next port of call, 1.1185. Above that point will 1.1243. So gradually I see the buy is happening Let's use the feed to get a projection. Yeah, so hopefully from what I see here we can hit, yeah, 1.1278. That would be our first port of call, 1.1278. After this retracement, we can confidently go up to 1.1270 thereabout. Expect a small retracement downward and continue upward, but we'll post updates as the week progresses. As for Euro USD, let's look at Euro JPY. From the weekly point of view, from weekly, what we have here, it's in a bearish mode, and from what I see here, I think it's still going to go lower on the weekly. Excuse me. We'll still see a close lower. Now, let's zoom in to get a proper view of it. From what we have here on daily, might be a small retracement upward, a small, very minor one upward, and it will continue downwards. Obviously, why it has broken this seeming range, and from what we have here, I expect a move downwards of about something in the range of about 200 pip move downwards. If it retraces, if we even see the retracement upwards, let's see where we get our entries from. Yeah, from here now we have that retracement upwards. We can place a 10 pip stop. This is a very classic doji on the last 4-hour candle of Friday. So you can place a 10 pip stop below this candle and let it run for 150 pips downwards. So let's get the range for it so we can hit 116 from this point, 116.00. It should even go beyond that when it begins to sell. There's a break and close below. So what we expect is we're placing a sell stop, a sell stop below this candle, and we ride the waves downwards. That's for Euro JPY. Of course, we'll give updates as the week progresses. The Euro CHF, what do we have there in stock for there? In the weekly as close as a doji, telling us there's going to be a pullback. Now what we have here, what I expect here is the retest of this high, of last week's high, which is this week here. Let's zoom in. But from what we have on daily looks like a continuation because it's engulfing within a downtrend, meaning the downward move is resuming. So basically I think it's going to continue downwards, most likely to the low of the Bollinger Band at 1.07905. Let's see, let's look at it in 4 hours. On 4 hours, what do we have? We can place a sell stop below this point, but most likely there's going to be, it look like there's going to be a retracement upward a bit based on this doji. Our CCI indicators below the 100 mark. Our CCI it's within really bearish. So basically here at this point, let the sell stop below this, will ride the wave downwards. It could go either way, but I expect a small retracement upwards and a continuation downwards. But it's in somewhat a range. If it closes above this, then we'll ride it higher. But for now, I still believe there is a downward trend. So our entry will be around the low of this candle. If going lower, I expect a small retracement upwards and continuation lower, so we can place a 10 pips stop, a 10 pip sell stop below this and continue lower. Now let's look at USD JPY. Let's look at it on weekly. On the weekly, what do we have? I think have so many. Where are they? Let me remove this. Good. Now, what do we have based on weekly? We are about to test this low here. We had a retracement upward and a continuation downwards, somewhat like a bearish engulfing. Here. Now, based on this, expect a retracement, small retracement upwards, and will continue lower because we are in a downward trend. Looking at it from daily, daily also shows the same thing. Just the retracement up to 105.90. I will continue lower. Yeah, that's what I can see here. A continuation lower. Let's look at it in 4 hours. What do we do? Do we either wait for it here, placing a sell stop, say 20 pips sell stop below this, below Friday's last 4-hour candle, or wait for the pull up, the pullback, yeah, upwards, then look for a reversal around here to continue downwards. That will be our entry around here. Wait for a pullback and a reversal candle. The bearish engulfing, the doji, we can enter the sell stops around here, placing it below the reversal candle around here. USD card will be our next port of call. USD card, what do we have? On the weekly, we've got too many fibs here. Let me remove them so we have a cleaner chart. Okay. Now weekly, run the series of pull-ups, buy-ups. But from what we have on weekly now, this is an inverted hammer. So I expect price to continue downwards here now because we are in a mild downward trend based on the midpoint of the Bollinger Band, and we have a reversal candle for the weekly. So I expect us to continue lower. And when we continue lower, our next port of call will be 1.303025, which was the most recent low, most recent extreme low weekly. Let's zoom in to get entry points. We have also somewhat like a hammer here. On daily, let's still zoom in to get where we can take this as an entry point. Now we have an engulfing candle here. I see from what I have here, I see price going up a little bit, a little retracement upwards before continuing downwards. A little retracement upwards because this is already showing us the momentum is downside. We can also place a trend line around this point. The trend line already cuts across. Good. So already we've closed below the trend line. We expect a pullback up. Once we still have a close below this trend line, our next port of call will be here. Will be 1.3219. Break and close below this will also take us. Break and close below this will take us up down to 1.3123. We've closed below the trend line here. So we're looking for a retest and a close again. Once we close again below this trend line, we're heading downwards. We'll be coming down to the most previous low. That'll be our next port of call. Price will just come down in waves till we get to this point. We could even close below it, but this is the next port of call price will get to. Maybe we're going to range around here a bit, and that's really for the USD card. Yeah. And lastly, let's look at AUDJPY. AUDJPY we expect a retracement upwards and a continuation downwards. Retracement to 7140 thereabouts. I will expect a close below this low or a test of this low, 70.80 at this point. So that's what I can see for on weekly is even telling us that we're going to go, as in we're going to expect a retracement upward and a retest of this low. We could even reverse we could reverse. From what I can see here, we could reverse on the weekly. Most likely, we could reverse. But after, I expect Monday to be a retracement and a test of this before we reverse upward. But if we close below this, we'll be going down further. If we close below 70.80, we'll be going down further. Oh, let's wait and see. Alright, so that will be that for this week. So we know where to look for where the money is. Let's just quickly look at what the markets will be saying. The news, of course, the news is what drives the market. So let's see what will be coming in this week. From the 26th to the 30th. Let's look at what we expect to see. Yeah, we have G7 meetings this weekend. Yeah, they will spill into Monday. We have major news from USD at 1:30 Monday. USD again 3 p.m. West African time. We have the Deputy Governor of the Australian Central Bank speaking 3 a.m. West African time. The major news we expect will be coming in from the USD majorly, driving our markets. And that's what the force that moves the market, the news that will come in this week. Let's be mindful of these news and do not risk more than we should. I see us being profitable at the end of the week. That will be that. And wishing you all profitable weekend. A nice weekend and a profitable week ahead. Cheers.